You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now, or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
I think you're doing the intro this time. We keep forgetting to talk about that before the show, but I think it's your turn.
Pretty sure I did it last week.
I think did you really? Oh yeah, you did because
did do
you
it
brought
last
up the 6 months. Hey guys, welcome to episode 27 of the It Takes All Kinds podcast. Available every Friday. You're going to be listening to this on Friday, September 10th. Almost forgot that it was September. And we are recording this on Labor Day. This goes out to all the laborers.
How do you feel upon this laborious day?
I'm spent. Quite frankly, Gavin, I'm spent on this fantastic Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys are drinking it up
I'm
and smoking it down.
a victim to the labor laws.
Let's talk about that, Gavin. Talk about your top 3 favorite labor laws. No child labor. That's my favorite.
No, that's my least favorite one. Children.
Oh,
should
shit.
work.
Sorry. Least favorite.
Yeah.
I meant the law to have children working is my favorite.
That's my favorite.
From back in the
Yeah.
day.
I prefer that we have those small little children go up in the iron vents and get burned.
And into the coal mines.
Yeah,
And when they pull them back out in the cage, they're dead.
Yeah.
If there's gas.
Yeah, it's like the bird in a cage, but they did children.
They did children. And you know what? Never mind. It's going to make a very not good joke there. And I'm moving on. How you doing, bud? Huh?
I'm
Because
just...
you're off school today. Yeah, you got no school.
Well, yeah. You're right.
But you got work.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you working on Labor Day?
That's what I mean. I'm a victim to the labor laws. No, I'm part-time, so they're like, all right, students work Mondays. Students will work this Monday.
He's part-time. He doesn't technically work for us, so
Nah.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day, he can work.
Go
I
out the window.
felt bad because...
I feel horrible right now. Sorry, go on.
Why do you feel so bad?
I just don't feel good. I just don't feel well.
Okay. Well, I feel bad because I went to go eat out today for lunch.
And you made someone work for you.
Yes. But I gave him a good tip.
How much?
25%.
Let's air it.
25%.
Which was? Oh, well, you paid with the card.
Yeah.
Sorry. That is just so much cash.
Yeah, you're so old school. You're such a boomer.
Just throwing cash around like it's money.
Yeah.
You ever throw cash around like it's money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to, that's another thing I did this week. On
Talk
Friday.
to money?
Well, no, I didn't
Talk to the bank? Sorry. Sorry, would you like to tell your story?
Yes, I think I would. I talked to my financial advisor at Edward Jones. Great guy. We had a good talk. He doesn't invest in crypto, though. He calls it play money.
Ooh.
He's like, that would be...
controversial.
Yeah. He was like, that's what people who like have like extra money, they just put it on crypto to see what happens.
And did you tell him that you have crypto?
I did.
And what did he say?
He's like, oh, if that's what you want to do.
Well, if you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, if you're...
Oh, shit. Oh, I guess you have enough money. Oh, he's got enough money to play around with.
Yeah, they asked me a whole bunch of retirement questions, and I'm like, I don't know. He was like, how much money do you think you need to live a year in retirement? And I'm like...
A year?
Yeah, like I don't know,
I don't know, $500?
Yeah.
That should give me there.
Well, he's
spam for every meal.
Yeah, he was like, let's do how about we just do lunch meat for every meal? But he was like,
oh, I thought that's what he said, and I was like,
no,
wait,
he said like, oh, like once you have your car payment, let's just say like your car payment, you're done paying for your car, done paying for your house, like how much would you need a year to live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Like, dude, so what were you even talking to him about?
Well, he was new at the firm because my old one left unexpectedly or just kind of left. I don't know. I don't know whether it was unexpectedly or just retired or whatever.
We had to make a couple moves.
Yeah. So he was just like, I don't know who you are. So let's get to know each other.
Okay. And so he was just touching base?
Yeah. And he's like, so how often would you like me to call you? I'm like, once a year should be good. He's a nice guy. It was just like.
And is that the bank or who is this?
Edward Jones.
Which is your bank, I'm assuming.
Not my bank, no. They're not a bank. It's like it's a investment firm.
What
Investors.
investments do you have?
Disney.
And you do that through them?
Yeah, my grandma gave me that as like a graduation gift. She had that since I was like 4.
So
I put like money in over time and like gave me the account.
And so you were just talking to him about your investments?
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, I have
shit.
this, I have Weeble, I have Acorns, I have crypto.
I have popcorn, I got
Yeah.
cherries.
And they'd be like, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Uh-huh, buddy. Sure.
Yeah, you got acorns.
Yeah.
Everybody's got acorns.
Wow, look at you living the big boy life.
Mhm.
You want to know how many investments I got? Ask me. I had the same thing queued up, so thanks for ruining it for me. I got nothing. I'm invested in nothing. My whole life is an investment, Gavin.
I
mean, technically my job is investing,
It is
so-
investing, but like in materialistic goods, not.
What can I say? I'm a materialistic man. I'm not no fucking George Harrison over here.
I'm not no Gandhi.
I'm not no Gandhi, huh? These things matter to me. Just like they matter to the patron saint, Frank Sinatra.
How
God rest his
lucky
soul.
can one guy be?
Take it away, Gavin.
I kissed her and she kissed me.
Gavin and I were discussing our favorite Frank Sinatra song, which
And that was
is,
mine.
And that's well,
Ain't
that's
That a Kick in the Head?
ours. Yes, by Frank.
By
Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Don't look that up.
Don't look it up. It's bad.
You don't need to fact check me. I'm right.
It's bad. It'll ruin it.
You'll
You'll
ruin the
computer.
surprise.
Gavin, you got a lot of stains on that shirt, huh?
Yeah. Well, we went to Riverside Sweets, and I
When?
had some ice cream after we ate Salt and Smoke.
Oh, so those are new stains.
These are brand new. Yeah.
Because that was the shirt that had the big black stain on
Yep.
the back, right? Is it still there? Let's see. Kevin's slowly turning around. A little bit, not really though.
Yeah, I took like a ton of bleach and just went.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fine for what it looked before.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I went under your trampoline to get a basketball.
You certainly did. You're welcome. The trampoline's gone now because of that.
Yep.
So these stains, let's talk about them. I didn't realize those were new. I thought those had been there.
I mean, that's the thing is that you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't.
And I
How'd they get there?
I was eating ice cream and it melted and then it just kept dripping. So I was like, the napkin, like, I guess just like made like a little tunnel for it and you just started dripping. And then I was like, okay, let me try and eat it really fast. And then it just got worse. So I just threw it out of the car.
Did you really? Litter.
Yeah.
I was kidding. It was
It was
cream.
it was ice cream and
It was cream
a
and
waffle
cone.
cone.
That
Some
sucks.
Ansel like that. Yeah,
They'll
so
like it.
I'll probably just,
What flavor is the ice cream?
Java chip.
I was gonna say it looks like coffee.
Yeah.
That's what made me think about it. It looks like coffee. That sucks, dude. That happens to the best of
I'll
us.
just spray it with some stuff.
You'll just pray over it.
Yeah.
Please get the stains out.
Please, God, get this
God,
stain out of my.
please get these stains out. I am going to be fucked if these stains don't get out. Please.
Although I had this shirt like for a long time. Like this is one of my longest shirts because I bought it.
I've always said that's your longest shirt.
It actually is pretty long.
It's pretty big.
It's a big.
That neck, man.
It's a large.
That neck's bowing.
It's a large. So I bought it as a large like in 2014 or something like that. Like as I
Okay.
started high school, and
As you start getting large.
So then I was just like, okay. So this is like really my only shirt that's like that could be considered like hip, I guess technically, because like everybody's like wearing bigger shirts and
True.
baggier stuff now.
True.
So this was one of the ones that I was ahead of the curve.
That's true. I've always said that.
Technically, I was ahead of the curve with this.
I've always
Just
said that
this
about
shirt though, nothing else.
Nope.
Just nothing else.
Not that satchel.
Nope.
Not that jacket you wore every
Not-
day.
Not the polo.
Not the polo.
So
Nothing.
nope.
Polo. Well, how was
One day.
How was your week? How'd your week go?
Um,
Did I already ask you that?
we had
can't
a
remember.
We had a math quiz. I have a
Oof.
math. I have a drug.
F. You have an F in that class?
No,
Not yet.
I And then I have a exam on Wednesday.
In what class?
Principles of drug action.
Principles of what?
Drug action.
Oh, I think I'd be good at that class.
It's basically chemistry.
Chemistry. I would actually be terrible at that class then.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good week?
Yeah,
Excuse
I'd
me.
say so.
Well, that's good.
It really wasn't that bad. I was just really tired all week. I literally slept like all day Saturday.
Really?
I woke up Saturday at like 11, was up for like 5 minutes, and then like took a shower, and then was up till like 1 o'clock. Fell asleep till 3. Was up for a few hours or a couple minutes. Watched a video. Fell asleep to the video. Woke up at like 5. Fell asleep again. Woke up at like 5:45, and I was just like, man, I'm so tired.
This is the tiresome.
Yeah, this is tired.
I wish that was my Saturday.
What'd
It
you
wasn't
do
a bad.
Saturday?
Well, I filmed the wedding.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is that I work every other weekend, so I like whenever I'm not working, I'm
You're like,
going
I'm
to
sleeping.
take that day off. Like
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna be like, I got to do all this other
Yeah.
stuff. I'm just gonna be like, I'm taking this day off. This is like the only weekend I have off.
That's what I did yesterday. I was like, I'm taking this day off.
Yeah.
And I did. But yeah, no, I had a wedding in town, which was good. I didn't have to drive too far. Nothing really special happened with that.
How was your week? Yeah. What was the rest of your week like?
I don't really remember. I don't think anything special. Well, something special did happen, which we'll get to later. I don't want to blow that
Yeah.
just yet
Blow
because
that. Yeah.
I don't want to blow that just yet.
Did you get a recording of it?
Well, we'll get to it.
Okay.
I got something. Don't
Okay.
you worry.
Okay.
But I had an interesting week with that, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, I had a nice dinner with my family last night.
Good.
Which was good. It was kind of an impromptu dinner.
I stayed at home too.
Yeah, you did.
I
You
saw
slept?
my doggies.
Where'd you sleep at?
My bed.
Oh yeah, you still have a bed there. I
Yeah.
forgot. Nice. How were the pups?
They were good. They were I'll show you a clip of it, but my 3-legged dog was very excited to see me.
Is that I don't
Kona.
mean to play favorites here, but is that your main thottie?
Yeah.
Oh, she's wiggling.
Yeah, she was
Aw.
wiggling hard.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
her.
Everett comes in, and then
Everett and the other one are so funny.
yeah.
The
But so
little-
like Kona was
little
just
rats.
like so excited to hear that I was home. So
Aw.
And then
What's
she,
the
like, kinda,
Everett and what else?
like, Amy.
Amy, that's right.
Like
That
Amy
made
was
me
doing
laugh.
this today. That's Amy. And she was barking at us because
She's
she was mad
funny.
that Mom was leaving. So,
I like Everett and Amy.
but yeah, so it was nice to see my dogs because I saw this video on TikTok of like a dog like rolling around the grass, and then it made me cry. So I was like,
Did it really?
yeah, I don't know why. I was just like, oh, that's Kona.
You're just thinking about your dogs, and
Yeah. I was just
Aw, Gavin.
So
That's,
I-
that's
so
sweet.
so I'm glad I went home then.
That's good. It just
I'm a
made you
boy.
miss the poop piece.
The poochies.
The poop cheese.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a dog jumping on a trampoline. It was jumping on a trampoline. It was like doing somersaults. It was really funny. I can show it to you later, and you can cry.
Yeah, some dogs.
I'll send it to you later when you want to cry.
Yeah.
All right, Gavin, let's just get into it. I have a surprise for us. Bring 'em on in. No, I have a surprise. And I think I'm going to get it out and explain it while I get it.
Okay.
So, okay, sure.
All right, go grab it.
I'm going to get a sip of water and I'm going to grab it. It's right behind me in the closet, so I don't have to go far. So, why don't you talk more about your dogs?
Yeah.
Or about,
so
or
I
about
guess-
your apartment or something.
Yeah, a couple people thought that Kona had died because I posted on our National Dog Day, and so like a couple people would ask me like, "Did Kona die?" I'm like, "No, she's just like my dog." Like if I were to take a dog for my parents, it would be that dog. So I'm not too terribly, because Carrie's another dog that we have, and she's very aggressive.
Don't look in these bags.
Not aggressive per se, but like just kind of like.
Carrie's interesting.
Yeah, she's last night I was just like on the kitchen floor and she started nibbling my chin, like pity nibble. She was like biting and licking my chin. It hurt.
Weird.
Yeah, it hurt very bad.
It hurt. Okay. I'm put my headphones on. Okay, Gavin. Don't read the box. You're looking at the box. Don't look at the box.
Okay.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, Gavin, did you hear recently, and I'd be very surprised if you didn't because it was blowing up the interwebs, did you hear that Mountain Dew did a
collaboration
with the Flamin Hot thing
brand
or whatever,
Yeah,
and they did
flavor.
a Flamin Hot Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Uh-huh.
Well, I got a package in on Saturday from Mountain Dew because they released them. I forgot when. Sometime last week.
Did
or
you
the
pay
week
retail
before.
for them?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I was
when
like,
did
I
they
was worried that
release?
like you had bought them from like StockX or some shit like that.
Okay, so they released on August 31st,
Okay, so that was pretty recently.
and
That was literally last week.
yeah, and so I was like, okay, I want to get these so we can try them on the podcast. That was my sole purpose of getting them.
I think I
And-
remember you telling me that, or someone was like, "You should do this on the podcast." I'm like, "Oh, we
Really?
already-" Yeah, I think. Actually, I think like I'm not. I for some reason, I'm thinking Tanner asked us to do it on the podcast.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember if it was him or someone else.
But it was about these.
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
or maybe you told me we're doing these on the podcast.
Maybe I might have like said, "Oh, I want to get these, and we can do them on the podcast."
You know what? That's who it was. It was you. Because I'm
Maybe.
pretty sure if I go through our
Maybe. I don't even remember. But anyway, so they released on August 31st, and it was kind of hard to figure out exactly what time they were going to release because I was like, these are going to sell out because there's enough Mountain Dew fans out there that will buy these right away.
right.
And so to figure out a time, I had to like go through their comments on one of their posts where someone said, "What time are these releasing?" They said check around noon Eastern time. And so right at 11 here, noon Eastern time, I got on there, and sure as shit, about 5 minutes in, they were on the website. And then it took me about 20 minutes to check out because their website was moving so slowly. And so I thought I wasn't even going to be able to get them.
Right.
And they had a limit of 2 cases, so I bought 2 cases of 6. And I have them right here, and here's I already opened 1 case, so I haven't opened this one yet. Here is the pamphlet that they send you. It says, "Here's to the bold, because here in your hands lies the first ever spicy, citrusy, too wild not to like Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot." That's right. We built on the success of the world's favorite Flamin' Hot snacks, trademark, to create a dew, trademark, that bites back. You're bold enough to buy it. Now it's time to try it. I'll let you look at that piece of parchment. Here's a piece of cardboard.
The way it's
And
like,
here's the case.
look, it's literally like,
He's throwing up devil horns. That's not rock and roll. That's devil horns. So, Gavin, here is what the cans look like. Now, don't open this one, but I just want to show you.
did you get some cold ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll get to that.
I just bite into
Yeah.
it. I'm supposed to bite
So,
into it, right?
now
Shotgun
here's
it?
the thing, is I bought them as soon as they released. I checked out. It took me 20 minutes just because the website was moving so slow. I don't know how quickly they sold out, but I checked within an hour, and they were all sold out. And now a can each is selling for $20 a piece on
Holy
eBay.
shit. Yeah,
So
that's
you're
why
holding $20 in your hands of Mountain Dew. Now I'm not selling them. I'm keeping them. I gave one to each of my brothers last night. And
Here, you know what?
yeah, just prop it up. So yeah, but there people are wanting to buy them because I don't think anybody knew what time they were releasing, but I did, and I bought them. So
You know, I'm not
let's hear it.
I'm not too terribly excited to try these.
Now, why is that? Well, first of all, the one thing I wanted to ask you is, do you like Mountain Dew?
Yeah, I do like Mountain Dew. If there's not an option for Dr. Pepper, I'll drink Mountain Dew.
What, like, okay,
I
so
remember
like,
in middle school, everybody was like, Mountain Dew is like a spermicide. Do you remember that?
yes.
Yeah.
Where does Mountain Dew for you lie on, like, if I have this drink, like, if there's like a drink tier, if like there's not Dr. Pepper, I'll do this. If there's not this, I'll do that.
Yeah, it'll go. My mind will go, all right, Dr. Pepper, they don't have Dr. Pepper, and then it'll be, Mr. Pibb instead.
Okay.
But that's basically the same thing as Dr. Pepper, so I'm not really going to count it.
Yeah, we'll count them as the same.
Yeah. And then usually my mind will go Coke or Pepsi immediately after that. But then I remember that most places probably have Mountain Dew. So I ask for Mountain Dew if they don't have Coke.
So it's like third.
Yeah, it's like third, but I should make it second. I just like Mountain Dew a lot better than Coke. Colas are just kind of meh.
Oh, interesting. So okay. I thought you hated it. Now I do like Mountain Dew. I don't drink it a lot, but
Yeah.
like,
I just
I'm
remember my mom was like,
into-
if you had one, you're gonna be up like all night.
oh yeah, of course. For some reason, me and my brother hunter have always like been into like trying all the new Mountain Dew flavors that come out, and a lot of people are like that. That's why they sell out. Like,
Yeah.
there was times where I was like, oh, I should buy that Mountain Dew now because I know it's limited, but like I'll just come back next time and get it, and I come back and it's like gone, and I can never buy it again. So I've always been into trying all of them, and you know I do like it. I don't drink it a ton just because sugar, but I do like it. So yeah, it's always interested me, and that's why I bought it. But not only did I get that, I also got us Mountain Dews to compare it.
Oh, okay.
To. So because we need to compare it.
Yeah.
And since we're comparing the Mountain Dews, we also need to compare the Flamin' Hots. So I got a different plethora of Flamin' Hot treats. I got Flamin' Hot Funyuns, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and Flamin' Hot Asteroids.
Asteroids.
I've never had them, and I've always wanted to. So this is the time to try them.
Yeah, I'll move this.
Do you now that I've asked you about Mountain Dew, what do you think about Flamin' Hot treats?
I will say I probably crave them on like a 6-month basis.
I love spicy things. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt. I love spicy things, but I do not like the Flamin' Hot flavor. I don't like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't think that flavor tastes good. But
there's just some days where I'm like, I need to suffer just a little bit more than I already am.
And same here. I love spicy stuff, but the flavor of it sucks. But I like Flamin' Hot Funyuns because you get the oniony flavor too.
I don't like Flamin' Hot. I don't really
Cheetos.
like Funyuns in general.
Really?
No.
Oh, I love Funyuns. Okay, should we crack them? Be careful. These might be a little shaken up. Now don't sip it until. Well, cheers, and we'll sip it at the same time. You can give it a smell. I smell Mountain Dew.
Yeah, me too. This really doesn't seem like it'd be that bad.
I'm gonna show the camera. I don't know if the camera can see it. Let's get a thumbnail.
No, wait here.
All right. Should we sip it?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it tastes like Mountain Dew, and then it like hits you in your throat.
Yeah, it feels like heartburn. This is what heartburn. This is what heartburn
feels like. Acid reflux.
Yeah, this is what it feels like. That's what acid reflux feels like.
Acid reflux. I mean, it's not bad.
It's really not. It's just
Mountain Dew with like a little tingle.
I've never. Oh no! It was my friend Eli that was like, you should try these.
Really?
Yeah, on the podcast.
Yeah, I thought there's a possibility I did mention it to you. The can art is super cool. I love the can art. I thought I had mentioned it to you, but I couldn't remember. I mean, I guess
to be honest
I'm
with you, I don't know why anybody would want this.
I'm disappointed because I wanted it to taste gross. I wanted it to taste like Mountain Dew and Flamin' Hot chips. But all I'm getting is Mountain Dew and then a spice on the back of my throat. And that's it. I'm not really getting the spice. Are you getting a spice flavor from it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Let me let it sit in my mouth.
Ew. Oh my god.
I'm really not getting any flavor.
It's sitting on the back of my tongue.
And that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting that flavor, though. I'm just getting a spice on my tongue. I'm getting that capsaicin on my tongue.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking to see if they have capsaicin in here.
Capsaicin. It's probably like the last thing because it's not that spicy. Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup. That'll kill you.
No, they really don't.
Well, I don't know where that's
this
coming
has got,
from. But it's got it's got a savory spiciness. It reminds me of, have you ever had like chili covered mangoes? Or like
Yeah.
That's
what it's
like.
Yeah.
It's that you get that savory
Fruity.
spiciness, but it's the sweet with it as well. That's what it reminds me of. I don't hate it. Like, I'll drink this whole thing. I don't really see myself drinking anymore just because there's no point. I'm gonna give them to friends and it'd be fun to make some like mixed drinks out of them. Like a spicy,
I don't think I'd want to make
Mountain Dew margarita. Spicy margaritas are in though, Gavin.
Are they?
Yeah, you never heard of those?
I mean, I know that spice margaritas are a thing, but
let's do the Mountain Dew comparison. I'm gonna crack one of these open.
I'm gonna have a sugar rush today. That's for sure.
I'm gonna be pissing.
So the spicy cake flavor Mountain Dew.
Classic Mountain Dew kind of tastes bland now.
It does. It tastes very bland. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, where's the flavor at?
They must put a lot more of that flavor in here to like make sure it still tastes like Mountain Dew. Because this is like Mountain Dew with something on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's spicy and then it's like Mountain Dew spicy.
Yeah.
It's like layers.
Oh, let's try some Flamin' Hot. What are you going? Are you going for the?
Cheetos. I don't like Flaming.
Well, I'll eat those later, bro. I'll probably crack them open too.
These
Let me try one of those because that's like the first one. Oh, let me smell it. What am I doing?
Just off mic. These smell like shit.
Why are you telling me off mic? Oh, they do smell like doo-doo bung.
I think I've had these before. I think I got these one time in the lunchroom, and I was like,
Yeah. People would always get them in lunchroom, and I'm like, they're just not good. I mean, they're fine. Let's try one of these. Oh, these are a lot smaller than I was expecting. It's like kibbles. Tastes like puffy Cheetos that are spicy.
"Yep, that's what these taste like." And then you down it with Flamin' Hot.
I'm trying to sweat. Trying to get a sweat going. Do you want to try these? Do you want to try them? I'm trying to give them to you.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Uh-oh. Oh, we should make cereal with these.
oh, piss. We're gonna look like junkies.
I'm a Flamin' Hot junkie.
Yeah.
Trying to sweat. Yeah.
This is like a sensation that's purely based in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm getting
like,
that salvation going. I'm salivating. And I love it.
I'm not even gonna lie. This Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew isn't that bad, but I wouldn't
It
pay.
really
I
isn't.
wouldn't pay $20 a fucking can.
Oh, God, no. Okay, so I spent...
All right.
Sorry, my tongue's
Okay,
a little numb.
now with the Flamin' Hot and the Flamin' Hot,
Yep.
now it really burns.
Now you feel it.
Now I feel it.
So for 2 cases, I spent... They were $12 a case for 6 cans, plus shipping. I think it was like $32. So almost a can is going for as much as I spent on 2 cases. So...
You be making tons of profit.
I will be probably every week. We dog this every day.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think of those? You like those?
Yeah.
They're going back. These are not bad. I don't hate these. I wouldn't buy them anymore, but they're not gonna go to waste. Oh shit.
oh wait, it tastes as good as it is coming out.
I hope I don't have the flaming shits afterwards. That would suck.
I'm gonna drink so many of these, my piss is red.
I hope so. Yeah, it's not bad. Again, if you're like, oh my god, I need to try that, you probably don't. You probably don't really need to try it.
It's literally Mountain Dew with like some really sweet Mountain Dew with a little spice in the back of your throat. If
Yeah.
you want that same sensation, eat a wing and
Less
then
sugar though, or less
Less
calories. Sugar. Oh, less sugar too. Interesting. Yeah. No. Sorry. Go on. I didn't mean to.
it's just if you want that same it has the same amount of caffeine. If you want that same sensation, eat a hot wing and drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Like I'm
No,
not
seriously.
kidding. That
No,
will
you're
give
right.
you the same sensation.
And you don't even have to have the flavor of it. Like
Nope.
you just get the tingle.
Yep.
I don't get a
No,
Flamin' Hot
you don't-
flavor at all.
Nope. It is literally just like somebody put capsaicin in this.
Yep. Yeah. Bland. Just bland spice.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. I really wanted that to taste gross.
It's
And
not.
I'm-
It's really not that bad.
It's not bad at all. I'm disappointed, to be honest. I'm disappointed. That's good.
It's Flamin Hot. It'll make your mouth burst open. It make fire come out of your mouth. I'm a fire breather.
God. What, dude? Sorry, something came over us.
Let's do some whippets. Let's do some Flamin' Hot whippets.
You know, that's something I haven't seen in a while. I like for a while on TikTok, I would see people like doing whippets like all the fucking time.
It's a thing, man.
I mean, it is, but there were people that were like, they had to like fill up the
Yeah.
back of their car full of that many whippets.
Yeah, full of the canisters.
Yeah,
People are just something else.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start taking tons of Benadryl.
Me too. Benzoids. Diphenhydramines. Let's see. I'm on diphenhydramine, Formenzoid, Cabalorni, and Transferaskin.
Yeah.
That's what I've been on for the past couple of weeks. That's what the
Yeah.
doctor put me on
Yeah.
to cure my COVID.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper put me on it.
We threw the whole kitchen sink at it.
Yeah. I did
Ivermectin.
some clonal antibodies.
Clonoclarmiclinomorph.
Is it multi-clonal antibodies?
Yes, that sounds right. I'm surprised you didn't say hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
Because people are still taking that too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And also, okay, so if you guys don't know, we're talking about Joe Rogan, who tested positive for COVID, and then
Rest in
quote
peace.
unquote recipes. We should start saying that recipes, Joe Rogan, who has been an anti-vaxxer, not
like
out front,
yeah.
but like very obviously, I'm not taking the
getting-
vaccine.
yeah.
Why should people who are 18 years old take the vaccine?
Because they're gonna live.
Yeah, because they're gonna be fine. So
Well, I don't know. I just think that maybe people don't want to feel sick.
yeah, exactly, or feel as sick.
Yeah.
So he did a video where he was talking about how he had it and he had no way of preventing it, and
Yeah.
he threw the whole kitchen sink at it to cure it and took all these drugs that aren't real.
He even said ivermectin.
Yeah. But one of the things, so the thing I found interesting is he got the same treatment that Trump did when Trump got the
Regeneron.
Yeah, he got Regeneron, but he listed all these other drugs, which make people think, oh, well, the ivermectin's what cured him.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be fine. I got to take
Yeah.
the ivermectin. But no, it's the Regeneron, which has been proven to
Work.
And so I heard someone bring that up. I'm like, that's so true. I never like put that in perspective that like people are going to take that out of context.
The poison control or poison center,
Mhm.
it had like a 400% increase in ivermectin overdoses
Of course.
in the last month. It went from like 100. Like there's usually like an ivermectin overdose just in general.
Really?
I guess they said like 139 cases in July, and then in August it was like 400 of them.
Jeez Louise.
And it was like,
Yeah, I heard that people are like,
they're
So
taking
the thing-
stupid amounts of it. Like it's not
because
just like a
it's
little
for
bit.
because they're taking the kind that's for horses, because doctors are like, I'm not going to prescribe, because there's ivermectin for humans.
Yeah.
Human can take
And
it.
there's also a big conspiracy also on the right wing of things, and the American government is giving Afghanistan refugees, the ones that they brought in, like
Mhm.
that helped the United States, not just random people that they picked off the streets. And were
Yeah,
like, we need to
yeah.
get them out of here. It was just people that helped the United States, so we're gonna help them get out of here. They give them ivermectin, and now people are like, oh, the American government's preventing us from getting ivermectin, but they're giving it to refugees. And it's like, yeah, well, they're from a foreign continent, and they may
Or
or
they
may
have
not
Pet
have
parasites. Yeah. Because
And
they're
they do
drinking water and stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. And it's like,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
That's the first
So-
I've heard about that.
so there were people that were like, so explain that, liberals. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, no, I mean, like, they just need, like, anybody from any country, they have to be vaccinated. You have to meet a requirement. You can't just go
Yeah.
into, like, I'm pretty sure to go to Jamaica, you have to, or you, like, have to sign a waiver that if you contract malaria, you can't, like, if
Yeah.
you go to, like, Africa or something like that.
yeah.
And Africa is really big, but I mean, just, like, some bad parts of Africa.
Yeah.
Not just, like, oh, every place in Africa is bad. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna you also like the Zika virus. Whenever for a while people were freaked out
Yep.
about that, and if you went down to Brazil, you basically had to like say like, if I'm going to Brazil, I'm okay with getting Zika, because like that's just preventative measures. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so I just think it's funny that Joe Rogan said like he couldn't prevent it. There was nothing he could do to prevent it.
I hate Joe Rogan. I really hate Joe Rogan so much. I do not. He's such a
have you tried
dunce.
DMT?
Guess I'll have to.
Yeah.
Maybe then I'll like him.
Yeah.
I just think he's a dope.
Well,
was
they
gonna
have
say
him like
one
on
more thing
all
with
the
that.
wrestling pay-per-views.
UFC, yeah,
Yeah.
UFC. Well, I mean, he's on any pay-per-view at this point, so
Yeah,
you're
no,
right.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, he was even on like the Jake Paul, like,
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley one. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
really? Probably. I was gonna say something else with that, and yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's it. So, yeah, to tangent away from that real quick. Okay, so my week. Now we can get to my week.
Yeah.
So on, I gotta remember what day it was. Cheers. Here, I'll cheers to that. This has ivermectin in it, and I actually forgot to tell you. The paste.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is that people aren't getting prescribed the human kind, so they're taking the horse dosage, which is like 10 million times more because horses are really big. So
Little pea brains.
little bee brain.
I'm scared of horses. Horses kind of scare me.
I don't like horses. Horses scare me too. I'm not a fan of them. I rode a horse for the first time last year. It was fine. I was just like, I don't feel like I want to do this again. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, I'm not feeling a connection to this animal. I feel bad. Why do I want to put my 200-pound body on this poor animal?
Yeah. Fat ass.
Dude, don't call a horse that. So I have to think really quickly. Let's see. When did I
think it was. You texted me Thursday.
Did I text you on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because I was at work.
Wednesday night, I went to the grocery store, I think. No, I went to physical therapy, went home, dropped my car off at like 6 in the parking lot right outside, parked it. So in my parking lot of my building, you can park either on the side that faces the building or on the side that faces the street. And so I was on the side that faces the street right next to the dumpster right outside. And
Which is where your car belongs.
which is where it belongs, in the dump.
Yeah.
So there's no street light over there. There's a street light that's the closest street light to it has been out for the past probably month or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so that whole area is it's really dark there. And it's also not closest to the buildings.
And they need to hide the trash.
Of course. Like my car.
Yeah.
So I parked there, and like I would normally do. Went inside, did whatever I did for the rest of the night. Got up, had to go to work in the morning, and I was leaving at about 9:30. And I got in my car, and I started it up, and then it goes, and I was like, "Whoa! Why the fuck does my car sound like that?" It was like it sounded like a NASCAR car had just started up. And so I started running away because it was on fire. No. So then I was like, okay, let me just turn it off and let me start it up again. And just because maybe it was just some weird fluke that fired it up. Same thing. It was a little bit quieter this time, not quite as loud. And so I just did it one more time for good measure. Same thing. Are you good?
Yeah, the spice has hit my stomach now.
You got hiccups? Oh, you get hiccups from spice? I've never gotten that. Oh, there it is. If you need some water, go get it.
No, I just have to burp.
So so I'm firing my car up and it's doing that. And I'm like, okay, this is weird, but I got to get to work because I'm going to be late. So I start backing up and I'm hitting the gas. And anytime I touch the gas, it's just like, and I'm like, this does not sound good. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So the whole way to work, I can't hear anything on my radio because my car is just so loud. And I'm like embarrassed. Yeah, it was like literally like, and you hear. So I'm like, okay, something's not good here.
Was
but
it
there's
idling? Was it idling like?
Yeah, it would. Anytime at idle, be like. So I was like, well, none of my check engine lights are on, so I'm assuming everything's fine. I got to work fine. I'm like, okay, maybe at the end of the day, I'll start my car up and be fine. In the meantime, I texted my dad. I'm like, what time are you going to be home? I'm going to bring my car over. It's being weird. And he's like, it's probably the muffler. It might be loose. Because with a car that we used to have, it would always have muffler issues, and we had to replace it like 3 times. So at the end of the workday, got in my car, started up, same situation. drove all the way home, and like people are like staring at me, and I'm just like horse blinders on because I'm like, I just don't look at them. I don't think this is cool that my car sounds like this. I promise. I was just saying that to myself. Anytime I drive by someone, they would stare at me. I'm like, I don't think this is cool. This is just the way my car sounds. I don't know what's going on.
They're like, why does your car sound like a beater?
They're like, holy shit, dude, you got a glass pack in that fucking thing? What is that, an R6, bro? That thing is crazy.
Bro, where's the nitrous oxide, man?
Bro, hit it again, dude. That thing sounds crazy. So I get home, and my dad comes outside, and so I pull the car around back, and he's like laughing his ass off because it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, let me go put some clothes on, and I'll look under there and check it for you because I don't really know anything about cars. I'm still learning. So I'm screaming at him. So he goes outside, and I'm inside talking to my mom, and he comes back in, and he just looks at me, and he's like, okay. He's like, I looked under your car. He's like, where the muffler pipe is or whatever it's called, there's a cut line here and a cut line here. He's like, somebody took your catalytic converter. You got robbed. And so I just go, ah, shit. And he's like, they take it because there's certain precious metals in it that are expensive. So he's like, that's why your car is so loud, because your muffler ends right below your driver's seat. So instead of the muffler going out the back like it normally would, the exhaust goes out right under my passenger seat, and that's why it's so obnoxiously loud. So I was like, oh shit. And so he's like, call the leasing office and tell them about it, talk to them, and we'll call the police and file a police report, talk to insurance, blah blah. So I call them, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I said to them.
You say, are you kidding me?
I said, what did you do?
Let me get my car!
What'd you do? What'd you do to my car? My car is fucked. So I called them, and my dad's like, ask if they have insurance to cover it. And I'm like, okay. And so I did, but it went to a voicemail because it was like 45 minutes before they were closing. So I told the voicemail, and I called them a bunch of times, and they never answered, blah, blah. So then I called the police station, and I was like, I told them what's happening. They're like, okay, let me hook you up with the dispatch lady.
They just no.
You can say it.
No, I would no.
Okay, so
I would dox you.
Oh, okay. So, well, I mean, I think I know what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say it walked over here.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I call them. Well, it's actually part of it. So I call them, and she's like, I tell them what's going on. She's like, okay, we're gonna send an officer over to your apartment complex, so we can file a police report. I was like, perfect. So me and my dad came over here, and I told him, I'm like, yeah, we'll be there in like 15 minutes because I was at my parents' house at the time. So we get there, and my dad and I are just kind of chilling in the parking lot talking, and cop cars
sitting in your car.
Cop cars just going by, doing their rounds. I'm like, okay. I'm like, sure, one of these are gonna pull in. 30 minutes goes by, and no cops have showed up.
30 minutes later.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to call him again. So I call the lady. I'm like, hey, not to be a bother. We've just been here for like 30 minutes waiting on a cop to show up to file this report. And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. We had a couple priority calls. I saw motherfuckers just driving in some of those businesses over there doing nothing, doing fuck all. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see. She's like, I'm just about to send someone over. So another like 15 minutes passes by, and finally the guy shows up, filed the report. He was a very nice guy, but he was kind of like doing the whole like cool guy thing, because at one point he's like, do you guys want to, if we do catch the person who did it, do you guys want to press charges? And my dad was like, yeah, we do want to. And I didn't have a say in that, so I was just like, so he just said that. And the guy's like, well, he's like, I have to ask. I just don't know why anybody wouldn't want to. And I was like, all right, but okay.
I mean,
buddy.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. You got plenty of room in that jail, right? So he was pulling the little cool guy thing, but he was very nice and very thorough about what he did. And then he went and left a note at the leasing office, and apparently they talked to him. A lady at the leasing office called me the next day, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
You're like, yeah, but can I get the price of the catalytic converter? And they're like, no.
And I was like, I was like, do you guys have cameras? No, unfortunately, we don't have any cameras over there. And so I wanted to ask, and I'm not this kind of person, so I'm just letting it go. If I was the one, and I'll get to this in a second, if I was the one paying for the catalytic converter to get a new one, I would probably do this. And I was going to ask the officer, I'm like, is there any, like, grounds for me to, like, sue the apartment complex for not having proper security at all? And I'm not that kind of person. I don't have to pay for it because we're going to have an insurance claim on it. It's still under my parents, so, you know, I'm very thankful to have them help me cover that and everything.
Right.
So, but anyway, so she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, did you guys hear anybody else, like, of anybody else having this happen? And they're like, no. And we asked the officer the same thing, and he's like, no. He's like, normally what will happen is like, if it's in a lot like this, they'll find one car that's older, and usually it'll be a truck or a van or something like that can get under easily. And he's like, it takes 2 minutes. If they have a circular saw, they just cut it right off. They take it and they go. He's like,
but it's really loud.
He's like, yeah. He's like, it's super fucking loud, but like, it only takes a few minutes, and that's why they don't do multiples, because they take it and they go.
Well, that and I know we talked about this before, but
Yeah.
just the audience, it was like, I would imagine at least one of your neighbors who maybe works a dead shift, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, like 8 to.
Well, these motherfuckers are walking around at like 3 a.m. when I'm up.
That's what I mean. Well, you're up too.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying, like they're up. I
Uh,
can't hear shit. I can't
yeah.
hear shit anywhere from down here.
No, it's like a.
It's like Fort fucking Knox.
Yeah. But
It's
I would
bulletproof.
imagine that the people that live over there across
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah, because that's the
Prob-
closest people to my cars. There's like
probably
a
heard
family
it.
that lives over
Yeah,
there.
they probably heard it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
But
the
I
dogs
don't-
were barking, or you know something was going on. They're like,
Yeah.
dogs are going crazy for a squirrel outside. You know,
and their
like,
dogs do go crazy
No,
because
yeah.
I walk by their place and their dog
Yeah.
fucking goes crazy.
So, I'm sure like a
yeah, exactly. Sawing
Wasn't-
metal.
wasn't
So-
exactly the quietest thing at 3 a.m.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, this apartment complex is huge. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way there wasn't one person outside.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Going
I
for a
don't.
midnight hour walk.
Well, there is a guy who does that, but I don't care. Like, whatever. I'm not gonna try and. It would just be a hassle to go around and ask people. But the kicker is that I asked my apartment complex lady, because she was like, "Oh, you know, people might have Ring cameras," and I was like, "Yeah, I was, you know, hoping there's some people with a dash camera," and I was gonna text my neighbor upstairs because I think her car might have a dash cam, and and I was like, you know, would you guys be able to see if anybody has a camera? And she's like, yeah, you can go around and ask people if they have Ring cameras or dash camera, you know, and just see, like, if you want to go around and ask them, if you want to, we're not gonna do anything about it. So she was telling me to go and do this, and I'm like, it happened on your lot, though. But again, I was just like, okay. I was like, thank you. You know, she's like, I'm going to call the police officer now. So.
She was like, yeah, I
No
talked to that
help at
guy.
all.
He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
He wasn't even a cop.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so that happened, and I told Gavin I was going to get a video for him so he could hear it, and now I am debuting this video to Gavin for the first time and to the audience. So this is what my car sounds like now. All right, so I am currently at my parents' house in the garage, and I am going to let you guys hear what my car sounds like without a catalytic converter in it. So, and I know I'm in a garage, so it is going to amplify it a little bit, but I promise you, probably won't amplify it that much more. And it's been a couple days since I drove it, so here we go. Just going to start it up first. And if you can hear me, I'm going to hit the gas. So, all right.
That sounds like
That's my car.
That sounds like a 1970s, 50s car.
When we go outside, I need to show it to you because I don't think this video does it justice. It's like it's absurd. You need to hear it in person. It's
Does it spray black tar all over the ground too?
Yeah, probably. And the funny thing is, my dad's like, he's like, you're fine to drive it, but don't idle in the car because those fumes are going right out underneath you, and they'll just get sucked up into the air vent and just go into your car, and then you'll just die. So that was my
carbon
week.
monoxide poisoning.
Just a little it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, a little goes a long way.
A little goes a long way. That's what I've always said about carbon monoxide. So that was my week. But we are gonna take it. So we called the mechanic people that we use, and they're like, it's gonna take a week for us to get the part in. So we have to wait a week. I think it's like $600 or something. Again, we're taking an insurance claim, but
Well, that's not even going to be as that's. I would say most people probably, whenever they steal them, probably sell them for more than 600.
yeah, I don't know. I don't or less or something, and I don't know how that works. And it might be like newer ones that are cheaper now, so maybe the older ones are worth more money.
Yeah.
Like there's more metal in
That's
those. Cause,
probably what it is.
and I mean, it's not
more
that
efficient.
much older. It's 2008, so
Yeah.
it's older. It's 10 years old. So, but yeah, that's what happened to me. Got robbed. So, I always bring that up with people now, and they're like, Carson, you have any crazy stories? And I was like, I was robbed. I was robbed once. Robbed for everything I own. Only piece of me that matters. But also, in good news, Gavin, I have, as you know, I like VHS tapes quite a bit. What are you just doing, like scrolling Twitter or something? Are you really?
No.
Oh, I was about
I'm
to
listening.
knock you out. So, I like VHS tapes a lot. I always buy them. I actually watch them. I guess I collect them. Not really. I don't really tell people that. But I like getting all the horror movies that are on VHS tapes. So anytime I'm at the thrift store, which is almost every day,
Yeah.
I always look at the VHS tapes. And so I've always just bought them. Never really I always just assumed that they weren't worth any money. And so I always just bought them and, whatever, didn't worry about it. And then
Yeah.
I started seeing some people, I started seeing quite a while ago that, certain, obscure horror movies and obscure movies will sell for a lot just because, they were in such small print. And then, the past couple of weeks, I saw some Instagram accounts that got recommended to me where, people were selling, sealed ones, in certain first edition prints of these VHS tapes, and some of them were selling for, thousands of dollars. And I was like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
And so I was just like, well, I guess I'm going to, start looking into prices of them and everything. And then a couple days ago, this guy that I follow posted a picture of a Back to the Future VHS tape that was sealed. And he's like, I just bought this. And he's like, I didn't even realize how much money it was worth. So I looked it up, and it's worth $80 or something. And then I was like, shit, I have that same one. And it's this one right here that I've had for 2-3 years now.
I do know that one.
And it's worth $80. And I was like, okay. So I had no idea. But now I have this, and I'm going to sell it because I've just been keeping it. So it's a $80 VHS tape right there. VHS tapes are the future, guys.
One of the top grossing box office comedies of all time.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to make bank.
1985.
Yeah, I don't know when that copy came out.
It came from McDonald's.
Yeah, which is weird. And it's that specific one that came from McDonald's that sells for a certain amount.
Do
I
they have
have
a
no
promo
idea.
for McDonald's on here?
I don't know.
I'm wondering.
I have no idea, but it sells
94.
for $80. Yeah, I knew it was 90s, I'd assume. But yeah, so if you see that VHS tape, get it. I don't know what other ones.
Christopher Lloyd is playing
Yeah.
Rick from Rick and
Rick.
Morty.
I saw that.
They
Is that a
keep doing-
movie?
I don't know. They just
I have
keep
no
doing little
idea.
teasers. It looks pretty funny because he's very old now.
Yeah.
I know he was meant to look
Very,
old
very
here.
old.
He
Yeah.
was meant to
But
look here, but
still.
now he looks that old.
Yeah.
Now he is that old.
I saw somebody repost a TikTok comment of some kid that said, in case you guys didn't know, Rick and Morty is actually based off Back to the Future, and that guy who's playing Rick is actually based off of the guy who played the guy in Back to the Future. So the kid had no idea that was actually Christopher Lloyd, and he was just like, that's who he's based off of. And that's why he looks like that guy.
Man, kids are stupid.
Kids are so stupid.
Man, everybody who's younger than us sucks ass.
Yeah, dude. Generation X is going to run the world.
Generation X is our parents.
What are we, Gen Z?
Yeah.
Generation Z is going to run. It's going to run the world.
And also, we're all perfect human beings. We make no mistakes.
Never. Just like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra did nothing wrong.
No, never. I never saw him do anything wrong. Did you see him do something wrong?
Nope.
Good. Gavin, the other night, and I'm going to be vague about this, so don't yell at me. You texted me something with
No context.
with no context, which I love. I love that we are at the point where you can text me something and without saying anything about it, and I'll know exactly why it's funny. So you sent me and I'm going to be vague about this, okay?
No,
but if I go too far with it, you tell me.
Yeah. No, I was on a dating app.
I wasn't even gonna go that far.
Oh, no, I mean, I was on a dating app, and I saw something that was funny. Because, people post stuff that's funny on there, and I thought it was funny.
So Gavin sent a screenshot of
Said funny thing.
of 4 people together, and a few of them are very interesting looking. And he just sent me the screenshot and didn't say anything. And this was at 2 a.m. on Saturday night. And I responded with, "Holy shit. Do you think they know there's a spirit in that room?" Because there is a person whose face is very pale. And when the flash went off, it very much blew their face out. And they looked like a ghost. And so Gavin responded with a laughing emoji, and then I sent a picture very zoomed in on this person, sorry. And then right below that, I sent a picture of the shrunken head from Goosebumps, because that's the first thing I thought of whenever I looked at it. I'm just showing the Goosebumps picture. And then I said, I couldn't get this out of my head. And Gavin said, bruh. And then I said,
I said, bruh.
Yeah, and then I said, person is right out of a Goosebumps book. And then Gavin proceeded to send me 4 pictures.
Because you weren't replying, so I'm like, this dude has to be awake.
I think I was. I was just like staring at my phone, and you sent me 4 consecutive pictures of the same, we'll say older woman who was the other interesting character in this picture. And then below the 4 pictures that you sent consecutively, you said Murda Jean. and this person
I was crying my laugh. I was
crying my laugh off.
Yeah,
And this person just so happens to what I can only assume is a mole.
Yeah.
Perfectly placed on their forehead. No, not a religious thing. It's definitely a mole or something. And Gavin said Murda Jean, and I said, what do you think she sees with her third eye? Gavin said, and this killed me, 1 second delay. She sees what happened, but on a delay. And I said, I heard she can also see everyone in purgatory all at the same time. And then I sent a picture. And this one I can show because it's distorted enough. I zoomed in on the picture of the ghost, and I then distorted it a bunch, so it just completely made this person look like a ghost. I don't even know that she would show up on camera. And then I said, sleep well tonight. And then Gavin sent a picture of the person who he has coined the name Murda Jean. And it was a very zoomed in picture of her face.
And I distorted that, but it's really small.
and he distorted it so it looked very dark, and her eyes looked very dark. And then he sent it, and for some reason it sent super small. Yeah. And then he said, yeah, good night, buddy. Why is it so tiny? Do you see that? She's a cutie. And then I said, I love that it's tiny. And then you said, like a Twitch emote. I said, it makes it so much funnier. Little girl down there, so cute. New Twitch emote just dropped, and then I sent it. And then I said, little granny. And Gavin said, pog. I said, that's what I'm going to respond with for when my boss asks if I'm coming into work today. And then I sent the picture again. I said, poggers, little granny. And then Gavin said, little Murda Jean. I said, wee Meemaw. And then I said, who's Murda Jean? And then you said, that.
Yeah.
And then he said, Murda Jean. I said, that's a Murda Jean? The prophet. That's what you said. Oh, shit. And then you said sees all just 1 second behind.
Yeah.
And then I said new prophet alert. The prophet murdered Jean. Poor girl. I can't seem to figure out what the benefits of that might be. And and then you sent the picture again and you said eating shit with these two fat pigs. And then I sent the picture of the ghost. And I said slurping up pig shit with a couple of fat pigs, but I'm the fattest of them all. And then you sent it again. And then I sent the picture of Andrew praying. And I said, "Oh, almighty murder Jean, please bless this meal for which we are about to receive. Amen." And then I sent the picture of murder Jean again. And then we said some other things. And then
Then you made like an upside down.
yeah. So I said, I'm going to be constantly using that picture when texting people just as a response. Instead of using a laughing emoji, I'm just going to send that. And you said, she's just so happy. I said, she's the prophet of laughter, seeing everything on a 1 second delay. And then Gavin sent the picture again. And then I sent it again. And then there was a couple minutes that passed where I had time to edit the same picture, but with an upside down
This is at
cross.
like 3 a.m.
Yeah, with an upside down cross on her forehead. And then he said, now that's what I needed. I said, evil murder. And that was really about it. Then Gavin texted me some other things, and we sent the picture a couple more times back and forth. But that's the story of the prophet murder Jean, for those who are wondering.
Yeah.
So if you see a murder,
it's gonna be a Twitch emote.
it is. It's gonna. Whenever
I
we
was
start
thinking about
Twitch.
this is that we could tweet out or just post random shit on like our podcast account.
We should.
Just like random pictures that we find.
Yeah, just random funny
Yeah.
things. Murder Jean, the ghost.
Yeah.
I almost posted the Murder Jean picture on my story, but just like really small.
Yeah.
I did tweet out the picture of the ghost, and I said, "Good night, fam," and it was just that picture. So, anyways, that fucking killed me to my core. And then we were also talking about a clip that came out recently from Variety, where a reporter was asking
Oh, I forgot about that.
was asking Tom Hanks' son, Colin Hanks, the proper son of Tom Hanks, not the
Stoner
stoner
brother.
stoner bro,
Maga.
not the Stone Brogan son, Chet Hanks. But Colin was asked by this
Hot Boy
reporter.
Summer.
Yeah, White Boy Summer. Colin Hanks was asked by this reporter about his brother, and the interesting thing is not what Colin Hanks said, but it is how the reporter sounds.
But your brother recently talked about not wanting vaccines and how this is just like the flu. How are you feeling about that?
That's one person's opinion.
But your brother
So,
recently.
But your brother?
so we have deduced that a Muppet is working for Variety.
Your brother?
Grover is working for Variety now. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta go on. So we got the person who voiced Yoda, which was
Oh, I usually know his name.
shit, I do too. Oh no. I'm gonna look it up.
He's also the voice of Elmo.
Yeah, and Grover.
Yes.
Who
Hey, you.
I said who voiced E.T.
You.
Frank Oz. Yeah. So Frank Oz voiced Yoda, and I also believe he voiced Grover. And he sounds like this. And so we were talking like Yoda interviewing Colin Hanks.
Now your brother no get vaccine.
Your brother?
Vaccine?
Your brother vaccine, he hasn't.
Vaccine your brother has not. Horse medicine your brother has. What do you think of your brother? Your brother? Horse medicine your brother has taken.
I can't do it very well. It was okay.
Voted for Donald Trump, your brother did.
Your brother? Trump your brother loves.
But your brother?
But your brother?
But your brother?
I'm gonna clip that, and anytime you talk about Sean, I'm just gonna play.
But your brother?
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 I'm just glad Grover's getting work. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
I mean, they haven't been the same since.
I think Frank Oz is dead.
No, he's
I mean,
still
he's
alive.
not. He's still alive. Yeah, but since Jim Henson died.
He, ever since the Happy Time murders came out, they just haven't been the same.
But your brother?
I think you're right.
Because that was such a commercial flop, commercial failure.
What was it? Commercial flop?
The Happy Time murders. It was made by like the Jim Henson Company by Jim Henson's son.
Have you seen Happy Time Birds?
Murders.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Murderers.
It had Oh, look it up.
But your brother recently?
Recently? But your brother?
It had Melissa McCarthy in it.
What is this? Hold on.
Talked about not wanting vaccines and how.
What were you saying? I'm sorry. It had Melissa who?
Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That looks
the
cool.
Muppets haven't been the same since that came out. It's on Netflix.
But your brother?
It's on Netflix, so if you want to watch it,
Let's watch it, dude. We'll stream it. We'll stream us watching it.
The punch, on the poster, it literally says "sex, murder, puppets."
What? Show me.
Hee hee ha ha hoo hoo hoo.
Where do you see sex murder? Oh, my God. I think I remember that now. I didn't watch it. That's for
No, I didn't
That's
watch
for
it
damn
either.
sure.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch it. I'm just saying that the Muppets haven't been the same since that came out.
No, I didn't watch it. Well, Gavin, we had a very monumental What You Listening To last week that
Right.
turned into you posting it yesterday for the first time on a Sunday. Thank you. Let's give it up. Very thankful you posted it on Sunday. And last week, after we recorded, Gavin said that he followed the band that he recommended, which is Transistor, right? The fastest clapper in the world. Yeah. Ow, I just broke my finger. So he followed Transistor, and they messaged him and said, "Thank you for following." He's like, "I just recommended you on my podcast," and they were like, "Send it to us, and we'll listen to it," or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Okay, we got to start tagging the bands that we're recommending, because we should have been doing that for a while, but we just decided to do it."
Well, they would. The bands that I was recommending were not ever gonna
Well,
recognize
and
us.
a lot of mine were the same way with some of the old bands, like The Cure would never.
You sure you
Or
didn't think
hum.
Robert Smith would have caught on?
I don't think you would have been looking at that. I don't think you would have cared.
Yeah, because we said that they probably hire other people to do that for them.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. So we, for the first time yesterday, we, as in Gavin, tagged Transistor, which he recommended, and Incendiary, which I recommended.
I kept spelling it in sin, CIN, so it was incendi diary.
Oh, yeah.
Incendiary.
I think I was probably spelling it wrong, too.
And yeah.
So he tagged both of them, and literally within 5 minutes, Transistor reposted it. And so Gavin reposted it again. It was check them out. And then they reposted that again.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes went by, and Incendiary messaged us with a bro feast.
Yeah.
And I messaged them back, and I was like, I love your music. You guys go so hard, or something like that. And they're like, thank you so much, or something like that. And then I sent a heart with the prayer. So that was really cool. And that just Gavin and I were instantly yeah, we probably should have been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start tagging the bands in it more to give them credit and everything, and hopefully get our podcast out there a little more. I don't know. Maybe people will think that we're a bigger podcast even though we don't have any followers, but you never know. But anyways, that was just cool to have that happen, especially with both of our bands that we recommended.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can segue that right into everybody's favorite segment, What You Listening To. Speaking of which, I have to, wait, no, I actually do know what I'm recommending. Do you know what you're recommending? Guess one?
Certified Lover Boy.
That's what you're recommending? It's my favorite. Have you listened to any of it?
No. I listened to the first song, and
hate the first song. It was a stinker.
Well, it was just like, and thank you Drake for showing that the Beatles are still a thing. Like the first
Wait,
song,
what do you mean?
he sampled the Beatles.
Which song did he sample? I didn't even notice.
And I Love Her.
Really? I didn't even know.
give her all my love.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even notice that.
Oh no, it's Michelle. He sampled Michelle.
Michelle who?
That's the song, Michelle.
By the Beatles?
Michelle,
Oh,
my belle.
but he distorted it so it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. I didn't like that song at all.
I love you,
I listened to some
love
songs,
you.
and I like Way Too Sexy, I think it's called, with Future and Young Thug.
And Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, in the music video. I think it's a little bit corny, but I did like it enough to listen to it.
Right.
But I listened to, I think I got like halfway through, and I was just like I skipped a lot of the songs because I was just kind of bored.
Yeah.
And which is fine. It's just not my taste. Like, I like the Kanye album a little bit better, I guess. Not really. I don't really have a dog in the fight here.
Again, there's 2 songs on the album. The rest, you could skip.
Yeah, I just...
You got Moon and Jail. That's it.
Yeah, it was...
I'm
you know,
sorry, but...
they're both fine. It's just not really my thing. But I
Yeah.
did give them both a college try. I didn't go to college. So what are you recommending this week that isn't certified wanker boy?
Certified Hood Classic.
This is a certified lover boy classic. You are now listening to 105.7 The Lover Boy.
The TikTok that Johnny
Yeah,
sent us.
that
it
was
like,
funny.
You were listening to 93.3 Hard Cock Radio.
You're listening to 93 Fuck Hard Rock Radio. Nothing but hard rock. Hard dudes playing hard rock. And they are rock hard. They're trying to rock and they're trying to fuck hard. Nothing but hard fucking and hard rocking on 93 Fuck Hard Fucking Hard Radio. They're ready to rock and they're ready to fuck.
They're ready to fuck. That made me and Sean like cry laughing.
Oh, really?
I showed it to Sean and then my dad before I left.
Good. Yeah, it was really funny. I was laughing very hard at that.
Yeah.
Johnny doesn't usually send stuff.
Yeah.
But when he does,
It's on top of it.
he's on it.
So
He's right. On it.
oh my god.
He's right.
That's what's gonna happen after
Right.
we finish these bad
yeah.
news. You know, I'm
Gavin
almost,
already left the stinker in there earlier. That's what it sounded. I told him to turn the fan on. I was like, holy shit, man, that's just loud. That's what makes me have the shits. Actually, it's going to sound like this. Coming out of your ass. That's going to be coming out of your ass.
Ew.
You're going to be hearing that coming out of your ass. Anyways, what are you listening to this week, Gavin?
To be honest with you,
Uh-oh.
no, I actually have still been getting those Instagram ads of bands, and I've been clicking on every single one of them just to see. Just so Instagram is like, okay, we get it. You like listening to music here. Now I've started seeing the same songs come back up, but
What do you mean they're recommending?
like it's literally just like the band's page. For example, like Transistor last week, they paid for like Instagram ad with their song and like the music video promoting it.
Oh, okay.
And then
I
it
was
just like
confused
shows
by
up
what
on
you're
my
saying.
page or in between stories it'll show up, and I'm like, so whenever I don't see it on my homepage, it'll show up in my stories, and whenever I don't see it in my stories, it'll show up on my homepage.
Yeah. By the way, I just finished my first Flamin Hot Mtn Dew. Going on my second one now.
So actually, this band I think I've ran into multiple times. I ran
What's their
into
name?
probably a couple times. It's called The Symposium. This is their album cover.
I
You
like
may have
it.
seen it before. I
I
really
have
like
not,
it.
but I like the way it looks.
They are like I like a lot of their songs, and they've just come on like, and I'll tag them in this or whatever. But
You see that Spoon's going on tour?
I did, but they're not
They're
going
not
to St.
coming
Louis.
to St. Louis or anywhere
Chicago.
nearby. Yep.
I don't even think they're going to Milwaukee. Like they're literally touring like the South.
Oof. South will rise again,
Yeah.
I guess.
But I mean they're from
they'll add some
Austin,
days.
Texas, so I don't blame.
Oh,
them.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't blame them. But anyway, it's Symposium. I don't really know much about them, but again, They have 311 monthly listeners on Spotify. But their songs are just like the perfect kind of like, I guess, like throwback feel to it, because they have like a really big bass, like boom, 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 just like something like, like it's really heavy. It's not like heavy. I mean, it's like really soft, and it is, it's just very good. And I really, really enjoy, listening to their songs. And I've, actually one of their songs, I think it is, The Physical Attractions, or maybe it's Soft Love. One of those two talks about playing video games. Like, I just want to be at home and play video games. Like, he says that, like, in the song.
Are they younger or older guys?
I think, I don't know. They've been around for, like, a while, actually. First album came out in 2013. It was an EP. But, so they've been around. So, I'm not really sure how old they are, but, or 2014 was their first album, was Drugs. But their second album, Symposium, their title album. See, now you're burping.
Well, I don't have hiccups, though. I'm not a fucking pussy. I don't get hiccups from spicy stuff, and I don't get brain freezes. I've gotten one brain freeze in my entire life. You could give me a whole carton of ice cream, a big gallon of milkshake, drink it all, fine.
Well, anyway, so Symposium, I really recommend their, just the classic sound that I crave on a daily basis. And I relate a lot to their lyrics. Hold on. I'm just trying to find which one it is.
Which one? What is?
The song that talks about playing video games.
Let's play it.
I think it's The Physical Attractions.
What's this?
Magnet.
For a charging slapper? Do you have a little?
Mm-hmm. I do. I showed you it. Yeah, because I'd rather be at home playing video games with the people that I've known since the glorious age, because every now and then I just don't feel the same since you don't know. Instead, you swing low. I get high, I get low. If my heart stops beating, will you let me know? I don't know what your mind is going through, but I'm coming up dizzy just trying to love you. I know, oh. That's just what the lyrics are.
I like it.
And it's a really great album. I love it. And I listen to it like, driving back. They've kind of got like a surf rock, soft rock, bedroom pop, Mac DeMarco feel to it. Modern. They're on all of these. Like they're on. They're like, it recommends at the bottom. It's like modern psychedelia, like stuff like that. It's really good stuff. And I really enjoy
the band called the Meat Bodies.
No.
Okay, you should listen to them because I think you would like them.
But
I have not personally really listened to anything about them. They were just on a podcast that I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they're the kind of music that you described.
Yeah.
So
Symposium's really good, and you should go check them out.
I will. I'll listen to that.
It's a great album.
Now,
great album.
Would you like some music that you
Makes
won't
me
like?
smile. Well,
let me look at you smile. Yeah, it's okay.
I had like
Give
some.
it like a 6.
I had like some because I had a pulled pork sandwich. I had some pork in between like all of my front teeth, and I was like, I think I need a toothpick. And I looked at Sean with all of them, and he's like, oh,
just dripping in it.
Yeah.
I think I need me a toothpick.
So would you like some music that you won't like, Gavin?
Sure.
Cool. So last week I mentioned a band called Harm's Way.
Oh, that was Incendiary.
Well, I mentioned Incendiary.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You said, how did you find out about them? And I was like, well, I was listening to this album by Harm's Way that I was going to recommend, but then Incendiary showed up.
Pretty sure you sent me a message, or Sean sent me a message about them. That you had put him on to Harm's Way.
What did he say about them?
He said, you should check out Harm's Way. And I said, okay, I will.
You can check them out. You're not going to like them, but you can check them out.
No, I mean, like, some days I'm just like, I need to listen to
Yeah,
some
no,
horror.
I know you respect it. You're not disrespectful. Why don't you stand up? Stand all the way up. Come on. Hold on. Stay right there. No, don't do that. Just stay right there for a second. I'm just going to get it. Oh, I'm going to zoom out. I don't do this very often. That's the best picture I've ever taken. Boingy. I'm just going to
Surely nothing bad will happen if I bounce on this roller chair.
No, you'll be fine. Do a couple spins. Oh, you're going to get 10. Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Here, I'll pull this off the wall. I'll hold on to this.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
Anyway,
Anywho. So,
Jesus Christ.
you okay? Whoa, what are you doing, Gavin? Don't do that. I don't need to take you to the ER because
Oh, come on.
I don't need my parole officer calling me up and saying, "Why did you go to the emergency room?
Why did your ankle bracelet go?
Why did you clip your ankle bracelet off your body?"
I've seen a video on TikTok about how to take those off.
Yeah. One of my favorite screenshots I ever took was after Gucci Mane got out of jail. He took a video of him cutting off his ankle bracelet because he was done with parole, and it said something like, "I'm here comes October" or something like that, and I took a screenshot of it, and it always makes me laugh. So Harm's Way, yeah, I put Sean onto them because on the way to your white coat ceremony, when we were running late, I played Incendiary and Harm's Way for him in the car ride over. And the album, which is not my favorite album by Harm's Way, but I got into it because of this song, their first song on the album called Scrambled. And the album is called Isolation by Harm's Way from 2011. First song's called Scrambled, which I heard them play live, not me being there, but in a live show on YouTube. And I was like, wow, that song's fucking awesome. And the live version is way better. But then I was like, fuck it, let me listen to this album. And I love it. It's great. It's a little bit different than what they've been doing in the past couple of years, but it's still super solid, really, really good. I'd recommend Scrambled. Scramble, New Beginnings. I would say Scrambled, New Beginnings, and Pretender, I guess, are my favorites. Really, everything's just super good and just solid and heavy stuff. Yeah, it's just a good album. One of their first few albums. Let me see if that's true. Yeah, one of their first few. Yeah, if you like hardcore, metalcore stuff, you'll love this and give it a listen. And let me know what you think. Isolation by Harm's Way. I want to see them live really bad. The lead singer, let me pull up a picture of him. He is fucking ripped. Like, he is thick. He is a thick dude.
Shredded.
Like, I showed a picture of him to Sean, and Sean was like, "Holy shit! Like, this guy is massive."
Wow.
Yeah, he's so fucking ripped, and his shoulder. Look at his shoulders. He's great. His voice is like insane, and yeah, he's just super good. But he is massive. Anyways, that's what I've been listening to this past week. Go check out both of those, and we'll tag them next week when Gavin posts it, hopefully on time. And yeah, what are you laughing about?
No, the Boston Red Sox got.
What did they do?
They had the Tampa Bay Rays hit a Little League grand slam. So like, Nelson Cruz had hit a triple, and then they threw it in, and then he got home on it, and they cleared the bases. Plus, it got him in, so it was a grand slam.
Holy shit!
Technically, yeah.
You say Little League?
Yeah, it's Little League grand slam because they had errors on it. You know.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it wasn't even a home run.
Nope.
Oh man. So wait, did the Boston Red Sox hit it, or was it another team against the Boston Red Sox?
Tampa Bay Rays.
What were the
It was
errors that they
threw it into third, and it went past and went out of play as the guy was sliding into third.
did? Somebody get it on the ground, or was there an error in the outfield too?
Error out in the outfield too.
Oh my god.
Sun was in his eyes; they couldn't catch it.
I saw a horrible error at the Cardinals game a couple weeks ago. It was Harrison Bader and whoever was in the outfield with him. They both ran after the ball,
Yep.
and they almost like collided.
Yep.
But then nobody caught the ball
Yep.
because they both tried to go after it. But then Harrison Bader had like 2 amazing catches 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I was at one of those games where it was like one of the top 10s of the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he caught it like right here on the tip.
He's good, dude.
Yeah, good.
He's got some hands. He's got some hands. And then
Well,
there was another play with, I believe, Arenado, where he... Oh, I can't remember what happened, but the ball got to him at third, and like he caught it in the air diving and then was on his knees and threw it
Oh,
to
yeah,
first and
uh-huh.
got the guy out.
Yep.
And that was like same day as one of the Harrison Bader's
Yep.
catches. It was just insane.
Yep. And then we can't hit a home run, and we get
Nope.
shut out by the Brewers.
Yeah, that was a real stinker.
We'll win 15-4 one day and then get shut out by a rookie pitcher.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Get a home run by that big thick boy.
Yep.
Whatever
Daniel
his name was.
Vogelbach.
Yeah, Vogelbach.
Yeah, we were winning that game 5-2 and then lost on a grand slam.
Oh, we were winning 5-2? Oh, man.
And then it was a game-winning walk-off grand slam.
Yeah, I saw that it was a walk-off, but I didn't realize that we were 5-2.
Yep.
Anyways, enough sports talk. Let's get that music going, huh? Unless you have something else to say. Wow, you were on it.
I was.
I wasn't expecting that at all. Gavin, would you like to wrap the show up? I dominated a little bit, but we talked about it beforehand, and you were like, that's fine. I had a gun to your head. And
Yeah,
you were like,
he
that's
threatened
fine.
me, but... Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 27.
And if you'd like a can of Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot, Venmo me $20, and you can have one on your doorstep.
And it won't be cold.
It'll be warm.
It'll
I
be
knew
warm.
you were gonna. I knew that you were gonna give me shit if I gave you a warm one, so I made sure I put that in the
hate warm
fridge.
soda. It's so gross.
That used to be all we had at my house, Gavin.
So
we didn't
gross.
have a fridge.
Well, I enjoyed that you got all this for us.
Of course, dude.
I'm gonna try and finish this unless you want to finish it.
How much is left? I don't want COVID. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll try and finish it,
Yeah,
but
do what you can. Yeah, just put it right there.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, and I'll flamin' hot. I'll get flamin' hot outside because it's warm.
Goodbye, bye.